Welcome back to the Afternoon Express Kitchen, where we are ready to put the sweet ending to what's been an amazing cook-along. Now, Chef, you've got something very special for us. Please tell us, what do we need to whip up this pears?
Okay, so for our pears, right, we are going to need to first cut them and coat them, which you're going to help me with. So we're going to cut them in half, and then we're going to take out a little bit of flesh, right? Okay. And then on my side, I'm going to do a topping for it, which we're going to have some oatmeal, some sunflower seeds, brown sugar, cinnamon, and some breadcrumbs for that crunchiness, and we're going to mix it with butter, right? I also need some nuts, which are going to help chop up for me, right? Now, I'm going to start cutting everything here. And then, we need wine for this. My goodness, I almost forgot the best part, the wine.
Okay. So essentially, these pears, can you just explain to our viewers what the pears entail and what you would be calling it this Easter holidays?
All right. Well, so the pears entail the topping and some ice cream. So the best part is like when they come out of the oven, you scoop like a frozen scoop of ice cream and just melt on it. So I just call it a crunchy pear. I love that. I didn't have like a name for it. It's a crunchy pear, literally. That was.
And also what I love about this recipe is the imagination behind it. We're taking a simple fruit, upskilling it, adding a little bit of pizzazz and making it absolutely delicious, decadent and sweet. And that's what I love about it. I mean, you can have fruit for breakfast, lunch and supper, but here we're having it as a dessert.
As a dessert. Yeah.
And you know me and my sweet tooth Bali, I'll always find a way to try and have dessert somehow. So this is perfect because I get to make the excuse and say, but I'm having my fruit.
And it's almost like a guilt-free dessert.
Exactly. So I'm coring the pears. I used an apple corer or cora, this is what it's called. Yeah. However, if you don't have this, you are more than welcome to use just a knife. After using your knife, cut it in half, then you can use a spoon, a measuring spoon, just to basically get this, scoop out the center of it so you have a bit of a bed for the filling that you're making.
Definitely, yeah, right. That's all you gotta do. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my butter here while that's happening. While I'm waiting for the nuts.
The nuts are almost done.
Almost there.
I'm going to leave them some a little chunky, some a little finer, so that we just to add to the crunch.
Definitely. And you see how quickly this comes out along, right? Literally. It's like the quickest dessert ever. So I love it. You can like have the little ones do it and keep them busy as well.
And Chef, what I also love about it, it pretty much seems foolproof.
Basically. Yeah, I mean, unless you like burn it in the oven or something, which is like not, you know, it's a very simple.
You can't mess this recipe up. It's so simple. The nuts are there, done and dusted.
Here we go. Nicely. Right, so you just mix everything up.
And Chef, depending on what fruits are in season, right now we're using pears, what other kinds of fruits perhaps are that would still hold their shape rather? Because you also would want to use something that breaks down once it's cooked. So which fruits would work?
I would definitely use apples for this. I would use nectarines for this, for that added sweetness as well. So the fruits that are like very robust and will not like go soggy very fast.
Yeah, perfect.
I just can't imagine those nectarines being able to bite into it if you were to substitute it with getting me very, very excited, mouth salivating. And I'm going to remind you in South Africa where to get the recipe and the ingredients list for this. Just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Love it all. Dumi, it seems like your pears are almost good to go there. You've got 3 down, 1 more. Correct. And Chef, can you just show me now when you line these pears with that filling, how to do that?
Okay, so this is very simple and it can be messy because you're going to use the very same bowl, right? It's a very easy dish. So what you want to do, the recipe calls for you to first poach the pear, but if you do want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you can cook everything at once. So in the bottom, it's going to be poaching and at the top, it's going to be crisping up.
Wow, I like that.
Very fast method.
So if you do have the time and you would like to do it like that, then you can poach the pears first before you fill them up with that filling. Or, of course, you can do it the same way we're doing it here today, where we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You fill the pears, you put them in that baking tray, and then underneath, the water that kind of comes out and from the pear, that's going to come as the poaching agent whilst you're golden browning the top.
And the wine. Don't forget the wine.
Ooh, the wine.
Okay. And we're poaching with wine, actually. What does that do? Yes, so we're poaching here with our wine instead.
So wine has, it's made out of grapes. It has a sucrose sweetness to it. Sucrose is sugar. So as you steam, it sort of like activates the sugar in the pear as well. So the tartness of the wine and the pear brings out this, I can't explain it. Like something
you just have to taste.
You just have to taste it. Like it makes it really work.
And Sorry, carry on.
No, I was saying it's an ingredient that works together.
It does very well. And Palisa, you know when you're making, there's certain desserts that when you make them, you bake them in the oven, but you need to have your setting in the oven on steam. So sometimes when you don't have that option, this is basically where the steaming would happen, because the liquid in there creates a moist air inside of the oven, helping to soften the pear, but at the same time, because it's under a grill, it then grills up caramelizes the top part of that pear.
Wow.
So you are basically making a dessert that can't disappoint.
I love that. It definitely can't disappoint, especially for someone like me in the kitchen, where I'm not quite sure of all the knobs and the tools and the tricks. I didn't even know that my oven had a steam function. So I'll definitely be using these skills in the kitchen, making it just so easy for me.
Yeah, so that's easy. You just want to pour the liquid at the bottom, and then you let this baby go in the oven for about 15 minutes. And there is our done dish.
Yes. Let's transfer that
look
out.
at that.
Looking absolutely delicious. You can just present it quite nicely.
Yeah.
I can imagine enjoying this with a scoop of cold ice cream.
Did somebody say ice cream?
I'm ahead of you.
Did somebody say ice cream? Domi, perfect timing. Loving that. And now let's see how Chef is about to dish this all up.
Very simple. So you really just want to do one poach per person, one pear per person, and as much ice cream as you want. Literally, there's no dosage of ice cream or whatever. There you go.
Absolutely delicious. Well, thank you so much, Chef. I really appreciated this tutorial, making incredible ideas around Easter time with your family. Now, after the break, we're going to be sitting down at the table to enjoy these treats, and I'm going to be giving you my rating.
Okay.